On today's episode, we invite Lauren Carey from the Beard Owl podcast to see who really does like pina coladas. Welcome to the Nostalgia Test Podcast, the show where two longtime friends put their mainstream pop culture past to the ultimate test, the Nostalgia Test.
Okay, no sound after that? Usually, like lately, you've been going, or whatever.
I'll add something to it, probably. I'll add it in post.
What's up? What's
Hey,
going
everyone.
on?
Oh, my God. Welcome to another episode of the Nostalgia Test Podcast. I'm Dan from here in LA, and I'm here with my longtime friend and co-host, Manny Coelho, there in New York. Manny, how you doing tonight?
Good. I'm excited. We have a guest, and it's a song episode. One song, which is surprising for us. Usually it's 100 songs.
Oh, no. We're going to like one song, and we're also each of us brought some sort of beverage for the song. But everyone, we are here with Lauren Carey from the Beard Owl podcast. Lauren, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to talk about this. This is definitely not what I normally talk about, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, why don't you let our audience know a little bit about your podcast and what you do, where they can find you and everything.
Yeah, for sure. So I am one of the hosts of the Beard Owl podcast. We are the podcast where we talk about two of the greatest things in the world, beer and Weird Al. The nature of my show definitely goes hand in hand with what you guys do, because we're all about nostalgia. Like, we grew up with Weird Al, so we definitely veer down, nostalgic roads as we're talking about Weird Al and the other stuff he makes us think about. But you can, it's difficult. It rolls off the tongue, right? But if you're trying to type it into something, it's beer, like the beverage, *D, Al podcast. But you can also go to beardowlpodcast.com, and the links to everything are there.
Awesome. Yeah,
that was simple. That's a good one.
It's so easy.
And I love the premise of your podcast, and also the added part to it, which when we were going back and forth, being like, how can we merge maybe the two worlds together? And that you and your co-host always bring a beer that kind of like reminds you or is like connected to the Weird Al conversation you're going to have. So I was like, we should do that for this song. And the song we're talking about is Escape, or in parentheses, the Piña Colada Song by Rupert Holmes. I didn't know that this song's name was Escape. I thought it was always the Piña Colada Song.
Oh, I knew it was Escape. It's because it's Escape, parentheses, the Piña Colada Song. That's how I say it out loud when I say it anyway.
Yeah. I'm sure it was just Escape, and then eventually they were like, we need to put parentheses the Piña Colada Song because nobody knows this song as Escape. When you type it in, I was like, the Piña Colada Song. It like finished my whole like Google search, and it was like Escape. So I had no idea that that's what it was called. I do remember singing this song all the time. I don't know why it's so catchy, but I actually dislike this song a lot. And there's a lot to get into.
So you're just giving it up.
I'm going right away. I hate it. This is evil people that are in this song. No!
Wow, Manny coming right out the gate.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, first let me jump in here because I like the fact I'm glad this is tying in. Like, Lauren, I don't know if you know, but I own a brewery. Shameless plug. I say it all the time in my
shameless plugs.
That's LITHOLOGY brewing.com in our podcast. And so I own a small nano brewery in Farmingdale, New York. Dan, you could enter our advertisement now. Today's episode of the Nostalgia Test podcast is brought to you by Lethargy Brewing, located at 211A Main Street in Farmingdale, New York. Please go to www.lethargybrewing.com for more information. That's LITHOLOGY brewing.com. And so I was excited that we were able to bring our beverage. Of course, I don't have a Piña Colada beer or whatever, but I went to the nearest beer distributor by me, which I'm mad they still aren't carrying Lethargy. So I'm not going to call them out, but I should. But I have Piña Bullada from a brewery in New Jersey. Oh. So I'm excited. I think it's a wheat ale with pineapple, coconut, lime, vanilla, and milk sugar. Oh. So yeah, I'm excited to try it. Yeah, I was going to shamelessly just drink one of my New England IPAs and just say that it's fruity, so we're going to put it in there. But I was like, nah, I got to go stick with the theme. So
good.
I appreciate that. We try. I mean, I would have taken the stretch though, just for you, like pimping your own stuff.
Dan has enough of me pimping out our own. We have like 7 drops of me talking about my brewery.
I mean, I brought like a very LA drink. It's Flying Embers Black Lime Mojito Hard Kombucha.
Yeah, okay.
And because I'm telling you, like I went where I live in West Hollywood, I'm like, it's hard to find. Like I was like, I'm gonna find something, and then I'm like, oh, this one beer is like $10.97. I'm like, nah, what's this? Oh, that's $2.50. I'm getting that, and I'm just gonna drink that. Plus, we got another.
Dan, you're cheap, man. I had a $19 4-pack.
No one asked you to do that.
Well, I had to support local breweries. Come on.
Okay. Well, hey, this is whatever this is. But yeah, that's what I got. I'm going to open it up and drink that. But I'm going to say my first impressions as I'm doing this too with the Piña Colada Song or Escape was, it felt like it never ended. And I'm going to keep going into that. It just felt like it kept going. But it was when I learned of the premise of that song, I was just like, that's what this song's about. I'm like, wow. I guess because I don't listen to lyrics that hard all the time, especially when everything is so hypnotizing. But yeah. Oh my God, Lauren, I would love to hear your first impressions and everything. But yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk about my beer here real quick. Yeah, because there's a lot to unpack with the song. But I have a dry hopped sour from Collective Arts Brewing in Wisconsin. It's called Jam Up Pineapple and Tangerine. And so it's fruity like that, but the can art has a pineapple and a coconut on it. So I was like, okay. And it's a nice lady in bell bottoms sitting on a beach. And so I was like, okay, that
there
works. So
yes,
it's
cool.
it's tasty.
Awesome. Your first impressions of this song, I know it was named Escape. I didn't, but like I'm really curious, like listening to it for this, like what kind of like what you thought as you couple listens.
I did. I listened to it more times in one day today than I think should be like legally allowed to listen to Escape the Piña Colada Song. Yeah. But I will tell you this: it's not a good song. But that doesn't mean I don't like it. Because I appreciate how strange it is. And, hosting the kind of podcast that I host, I enjoy the strange. And listening to the lyrics of this song, you say to yourself, how the hell was this a hit? Right? Because they're terrible people doing this terrible thing. I mean, it ends up fine for them because they're like, oh, we were about to have affairs, but look at this, here we are. And it's like, okay, that's fine. But it just goes to show how little people actually pay attention when a song has a catchy hook and when it sounds good and all that stuff. And of course, you can't be an American and hear the words Piña Colada and not have your brain's next step be, and getting caught in the rain. No! That's just what happens. That's been happening for the past 40 years, and it will happen for at least 40 more. So that's where it is. I appreciate the song like for what it is. It's a bop and it slaps, but it's not good.
I love that. It's a bop and it slaps, but it's not good. it's just like it hits all those things, but really, it's just not good. I mean, some of the lyrics when I was looking at that, it's funny how like it's so tropical sounding. It's about piña coladas, the beach, all this stuff, and then it's like, what's gonna meet at this bar O'Malley's? And I'm just like, okay. So when I hear that, I'm just like, they're talking about this beautiful part, like, oh, she wants to like, drink pina coladas, be by the beach, get caught in the rain, make love at midnight. Let's meet at the dive bar on the corner, O'Malley's, and sit in that dark corner and find out that both of us were planning on cheating on each other. that's where this is all going. And that is just such a depressing narrative for a song. But everyone's like, but it all turned out good in the end. It's like, but does it? Maybe it turned out good for about a week.
Yeah.
So, Dad, I'd have to say, like, we sometimes even talk about, like, do you guys both remember this as, like, listening to this when we were younger?
Yeah.
Right? For some reason, like, I recall, like, our group of friends, there was, like we had a couple, like, girlfriends that hung out all the time, and they loved this song. And I don't know why they loved this song. And I used to think, like, what you just said, Lauren, like, the hook. Like, there's songs that even make fun of, I forget the name of this song, but the guy just basically talks about nothing. He talks about how the song can be about nothing as long as I rhyme the right way.
Oh, that's Hook by Blues Traveler, because the hook brings you back. Yep.
Oh, my God.
Right? So that song is just about a hook and how it doesn't need to mean anything, and people love it. And, like, that's why I think this song is great, because of, like, that hook. Like, and you're like, and not into yoga. Like, anyone singing it to themselves, right? And I remember, like, liking this song, but then I heard it again. And every time I do think about it now, I'm like, this song's a terrible song. Like, it ends terribly. Like, they say it doesn't, but it's, like, terrible. Like, just the beginning was like, I'm tired of my old lady. First of all, talks about, like, my lady. We've been together so long. We're like a worn out recording of our favorite song. I was like, this is terrible how you're describing the person you apparently love. And you guys do not communicate at all. Like, the fact that you don't know that she likes pina colada or getting caught in the rain and that she's not into yoga. Like, you guys haven't talked about that before you guys got married. Like, are they married? Do we know if they are?
That is never explicitly stated, but I believe it's implied.
Yes.
I think that is what's implied, because, again, given the time period, would you be talking would you put into a song that you're in a long-term relationship with somebody that you're not married to? Like, would that have made it into a song in 1979? I don't know. Like, long-term stuff seems to equal marriage.
It's funny. Now, I was listening today, and I was like, he's reading through a paper, which I'm like, okay. So he's in bed with her, and he has a paper in his hand. And I'm like, so he's literally has a newspaper in hand. And all I'm thinking about is nowadays what this would look like. This is a guy holding an iPhone, and he's scrolling through, like, porn. Yeah. I have to go get her wipe, while she's sleeping. Like, this is, Tinder. I'm like, he's going through Tinder. He basically wants to, like, masturbate, and he's just like, oh, I'm like tired. I'm going to do this while she's sleeping right next to me. Yeah. I have to go get her wipe. I'm just going to do this. And, like, totally fine with it, reading the personals, and he's like, oh, I'm going to write back to this woman. So, in my thing, the woman is the first cheater. She wrote the advertisement. Because he's reading the advertisement and sees it. So that means she thought about it first.
Counterpoint.
Okay.
Do it.
Do you think she did it as a trap?
Whoa.
You see, that's something I was thinking about. Because here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking she did it like a trap, because it's 1979. He's reading a newspaper in bed. It's loud. There's no way she's not laying there hearing a right. Then he's literally has to write back, physically write. There's no emails, no text. There's no swipe right. There's no, like, whatever, no poke, whatever. It's like he has to write, use postage, go to the.
Do you think he used a typewriter? He might have used a typewriter. Yeah. He was like, cha-cha-cha-ching, and she's like, what's that?
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Men are dumb. Like, men are dummies. Like,
he's leaving trace.
This woman is super smart. She's just like, all right, this guy, because we don't know what this guy did prior to this classified being put, this ad being put in the classified. Maybe there's something that he did, and she's like, all right, I'm going to catch this motherfucker. This guy, there's something going on, and I'm going to trap him. But that's why at the end they're just both like, hey, she should have been like, I'm out. Like, It should have been because so is it a trap or not? Because in the end, she should have been like, I put that there to get you. But then what, did she automatically fall in love with him again when he walks in and
they realize they're both in love with each other?
Yeah, it being a trap, then the end of the song, it's like, what was her ultimate end game, right? Like, what was it? Like, what? And I mean, maybe, because he was tired of his old lady. He thought she was kind of mean. And maybe when she went into that bar called O'Malley's, she walked in looking like a total snack. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yes. he hadn't seen her in years. And maybe that was the end game, was like, no, he's coming in looking for some strange, and I'm going to give him strange, but it's going to be the same old lady strange. Who knows? Who knows?
Maybe this was just a role play that they were doing.
Oh!
Mentos, the fresh maker.
Manny.
Yeah. Maybe this was a whole thing. Like, hey, we're not, things aren't going well. We need to spice up our relationship. Let's pretend I'm a stranger.
Because there's a line in that classified, whereas if I was the guy and then I saw that it was my wife, girlfriend, whatever, I'd been like, wait, you don't really think that much of me because I only need half a brain. So what are you saying about me? My half a brain. So I'm into I'm not into yoga if you have half a brain. So really she's like, man, this guy's a moron. I need someone with at least half a brain. It's so such a backhanded backhanded statement, and then they fall in love. I think all this is just maybe you're right. Maybe it is role play because they're just I just don't see how this would end up being a secret the whole time. And I see them in a dirty apartment in Manhattan. This is in the Village Voice. I see this as really hard to hide in a studio apartment or something.
Now, I did do some research into the background of the song because, sidebar, Rupert Holmes actually wrote one of my very favorite songs. It's not this song, it's a different song. But I was like, I need to know some more of the background on Escape, parentheses, the Piña Colada Song. And it was actually originally titled People Need Other People.
Yeah.
And the original line at the beginning of the chorus was, if you like Humphrey Bogart and getting caught in the rain.
That's right.
So he changed it because Piña Coladas was the first vacation drink that popped into his head, and he said that kind of fit more with the theme of escape. And so now if we take this to that point, the title of the song being Escape, okay, what are they escaping from? Are these two bored people escaping from their marriage to seek, outside entertainment? Or are these two people escaping from their marriage back to each other via some really weird newspaper role play? So that is ambiguous. Much like, I have to mention it because I can't not talk about Rupert Holmes and not mention Timothy by the Buoys. If you've never heard it, look it up. It's from 1971, and it's either about miners getting trapped in a mine and eating the donkey or cannibalism. Okay, not sure. That is also left ambiguous, but that song slaps. That song is one of my absolute favorite songs. But anyway, Rupert Holmes also wrote that. Timothy by the Buoys. Yep.
Okay.
First of all, Rupert Holmes is he has an award-winning career. I mean,
he's a playwright. Yes,
it's unreal. When I heard that, I'm like, this is the guy who wrote this song.
Is there facts of how popular this song became? Did it get to a certain Billboard record?
It was number one. It was the first song to be number one in 2 consecutive decades because it was the last number one song of the 1970s, and then a Casey and the Sunshine Band song kind of bumped it out in the first week of 1980. But then the Piña Colada Song came back, and then it had a bit of a resurgence when it was on the Guardians of the Galaxy mixtape.
Yes,
that's right.
Yeah, anytime you look it up, that's the
what shows up.
YouTube video that shows up. Yeah, you're right. So it's funny. I was thinking about Piña Coladas, just because it's an escape song, but I remember when I was growing up, my mom's friends like I don't see pina coladas that much now, like at parties, like house parties. Like you have to go to like a bar for that. But when my mom and my dad, like when we were growing up, like I remember pina coladas and mudslides all the time.
Daiquiris.
Like at their parties
and mudslides. Yeah. Oh, because somebody would whip out the blender.
Yeah.
Man, blended drinks need to come back.
That was a big 80s, 90s thing.
Yeah,
like,
the same thing that's learned from this episode is that blended drinks should come back. Okay,
Yeah.
And then it made me think about nachos. Like there was like it was pina colada, and I remember specifically when I think about when this song comes on, and I think about pina colada, it goes into my nostalgic brain goes to my mom's friend's house that we used to go to all the time, and like they would just stick all the kids in one room, and they would just party. Like, you know, this was like we're just going to get blended drinks there. You get the blender, and then they would just make nachos, like in the microwave. Like it would be like they make their own nachos. And I still, like, that's all I can picture when I think pina coladas. That and Tom Cruise cocktail.
If you like pina coladas and a nacho supreme.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank God they changed it to pina colada, not Humphrey. What was it? It was supposed to be
Humphrey Bogart. But then Rupert Holmes, you know, very astutely thought that was a bit passé because everybody was referencing Humphrey Bogart and things like that. And then, of course, not long after that, you got Betty Davis eyes and, you know, Madonna's song that mentions everybody. So,
Vogue.
like, come on, Vogue. Yeah. I love that song because for the longest time, that was the only song that had my name in it. Lauren, you know?
Oh. Well, in Vogue, when I was a kid, it is just such a tangent. Like, it was one of those videos that I saw as a kid. I'm like, and when I saw it recently, I'm like, whoa, they let this video like play on TV? I'm like, she's naked. Like, she's like totally like she's got like a transparent top on. I'm like, they let that happen. And I'm like, now everyone's freaking out about everything else. I'm like, wow, this.
Yeah, they freak out over WAP, but yet, you know, like the things that we used to listen to, I'm like, WAP is nothing compared to some of this stuff.
Here's the difference. I will tell you, in my opinion, what the difference is that for the longest time, the sexuality was not as overt. Right? You had to kind of be in on it. It was a little more tongue in cheek. But once you got it, my God, was it filthy? You know, dirtier than WAP. Okay,
yes,
but you had to be smart enough to get it.
Yes,
yeah. We did an episode where we talked about My Neck, My Back, and I think there's definitely everyone's in on that one because that song, no one's hiding what's happening in that song. But this song, going back to this song, this is a song where if I think of like, I don't think these two people are very sexual human beings because I'm thinking of like just the way it goes. And I'm like, it seems like two people just plopping around trying to figure something out. And then they see each other. They're happy for 2 seconds. And I think the next day they're going to be like, yeah, I think we just need to end this. I don't think this couple lasts.
So I'm going to get very cynical here.
There's no way.
These two people suck at communicating.
Of course they do.
If we're going to go like literally of how I saw this was they suck at communicating with each other. They know nothing about each other. They got forced into this marriage or like they just thought society made like we've been together. We got to get married. Society. They never really talked to each other. Society makes us do all this. And then like, cause they didn't never like at this point, marriage counseling isn't a thing when this song was written. So like, or maybe it wasn't like popular. Like, if you went to marriage counseling, you're going to get a divorce. Why would you do that? Like, how do they not know? Like, if I didn't know my wife was into all this, like, I should never have married her, in my opinion. Like, that's crazy that you didn't know that. And it's like, oh, I never knew you were into pina coladas or getting caught in the rain. Like, really? You didn't know this about me.
Or making love at midnight.
Yeah.
In the like, dunes on the Cape.
Yeah.
Yeah, that... That's a huge specific. It's not like it's just like
I'll make love at midnight anywhere. No, it has to be in the dunes on the Cape.
On the Cape.
That's the
maybe this was like a
midnight
forced
was very
marriage.
Important. Midnight.
Maybe it was like an arranged marriage, and they just didn't really know how to talk to each other. Because this could all have been solved at like counseling.
Yeah,
or
this
like,
could have been solved at
or
breakfast.
like doing like shrooms to each other.
That's got me ball.
Yeah, at breakfast, being like, you know, hey, you know, we got to talk about these things. Like, yeah, you know, I like pina coladas. I like getting caught in the rain. You know, I hate yoga.
I hate health food.
I hate health food. Do you have half a brain?
Stop making me eat kale. Just stop.
God.
First
I
of all,
want to
health
eat
food in
McDonald's.
1979. Let's just say it's like what, cheese? That was like, there was no health food in 1979.
But then the best part is like, yeah, I like champagne, but we're gonna go to O'Malley's. I'm not drinking champagne at O'Malley's.
What? Come on, Manny.
No,
All the O bars we ever went to, you never like, you know what I need?
no, that's where you get a
Guinness.
Guinness or like, yeah, you're not drinking champagne from that bottle. That's whew.
Hey everyone, it's Dan from the Nostalgia Test Podcast. Just wanted to let you know if you're looking for a unique customized gift for your friends or family, hire the Nostalgia Test Podcast to create a special personalized private episode or to roast your friends or family. We create each personalized gift with special show notes and quotes just like the real thing. And also, why not invite us to host your next virtual event? Go to nostalgiatest.com and click the Hire Us tab and let's get nostalgic.
But yeah, I don't know. I thought again. I think. I mean, we're gonna just keep repeating it. First of all, this beer is good. I just want to say.
Oh, okay.
I'm not normally into like this kind of like. I had a Piña Colada beer from. I don't want to talk crap about them, but it was a brewery out of Florida. I'm not gonna say their name, but I didn't really like it.
You'll have to tell me when we're done.
It was like a. It was kind of like a coconut / Piña Colada IPA, and it was not. I was like, I had like half of it, and I was like, it's good. I just couldn't finish it. This is actually subtly good. Like I could have a couple of these. I could imagine having a couple of these on the beach or in the summertime when when the kids are here, they're in the other room. I'm making blended drinks, all that stuff. We're gonna make nachos.
Bloody drinks.
No, blended drinks. I'm bringing back, because of this conversation, I'm bringing back the blender.
Nice.
I'm bringing back the nachos in the microwave. It's happening this year.
Well, you know what I think you need to do? I think you need to put blended drinks to the nostalgia test.
Holy nostalgia. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm gonna put.
That's true.
I got my vitamin.
All those frozen ones, they're like...
Yeah,
We have that at
mudslides,
the brewery.
strawberry
We do,
daiquiris. Oh, do you do the beer slushies? Do you?
Well, yeah, we started doing it. Well,
Shameless plugs.
that's LITHOLOGY brewing.com. So my brewery's on a main street, so we compete against a lot of restaurants. And the restaurants they all decided to get slushy machines with every single slushy combo possible because like in New York, we were allowed to like do like takeout drinks, as long as they were taped, and then you walk around the block and fucking put a straw in it, and you're fine. So, we were like, what are we gonna do? We got at least 2 slushy machine. So, one we do beer floats and stuff, but another one can be like we have spirits at our place as well. So we had the Minute Maid lemonade with like that was spiked depending on what you wanted in it. Like, so if you wanted vodka, whiskey, or whatever. So it's fun. It definitely helps in the competition of the bars, but they had everything there.
I love slushy booze. I love slushy booze. Nothing
Really?
like a drink that will give you a buzz and a brain freeze.
And that's the nostalgia test tangent.
Yeah, right. I love that. But like pina coladas, I was never into that taste.
No.
I guess, like, there was an Arizona drink that I always was as a teenager was like I bought every now and then thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna like this, but never panned out correctly. And I actually tried to find it out here in LA, where Manny and I have figured like it is so hard for me to find things for us to eat or drink on this.
I don't know what's going on in LA. You figured like you live in LA. It's a city. Like you always seem to have. I think it's because you're like
in West Hollywood. So
yeah, I don't know.
But it makes it harder. I couldn't.
I don't
find
think you're
it.
trying hard enough.
But
Dan.
I'm trying. But I will say the drink that this kombucha, this hard kombucha, I can drink a lot of these. I actually like this. I don't know. It tastes good. I like kombucha, but like. It's not a bad drink. A mojito isn't too strong, and it's got 6% alcohol and no sugar or carbs. But I'm feeling like I like it. Flying Embers, thank you. This is a good one.
Yeah, they do. I've had some Flying Embers hard kombucha before. I think I had. I might have. It was like a black raspberry kind of deal.
Yeah.
It was super good. So I like a hard kombucha if the mood strikes me. I will not turn down anything alcoholic. I don't know what that says, but I like to appreciate things for what they are. Yeah,
I actually saw in a store here where I was looking for something, a Pabst Blue Ribbon coffee beer or whatever it was. I sent you the picture, man.
Don't have it.
No!
And
please don't do it. It's not going to
No, I'm not. I'm never going to. No. But that, I couldn't believe that was there, but not the Arizona Piña Colada. And I was like, there are choices being made and they're the wrong ones. But yeah, I would love a daiquiri. I would, these frozen drinks, a frozen margarita, but like Piña Colada, I don't know. I think that's why, like, if I think of two songs like that, like putting this song up against like Margaritaville, I think I'm always going to lean towards Margaritaville.
Well, I would take a margarita over Piña Colada any day, for sure. I think margaritas also have more versatility, because you can do different fruit flavors with margaritas. But Piña Colada, it is pineapple and coconut that is in the name. You can't really change that.
I agree. And sometimes if you do it wrong, it tastes like you're like drinking sunscreen.
Yes. Yes.
Like that old school sunscreen that's in the that brown squeeze bottle.
Oh yeah, no,
somehow has a grip on it. I don't know why it has a grip on the ends. Like that.
Dan, you need that grip. Yeah,
you need that grip.
Once you get that all over your hands, you need that grip. Yeah. No, I agree. I could have like one pina colada and then I would switch to like a strawberry daiquiri or like but margaritas. Take me to margaritas all the time. And that's the nostalgia test tangent.
You guys are making me want a blended drink so bad.
Yeah. Well, you brought it up. Bring back the blended drink.
Bring it back.
Blended drinks would be great. That would be a great show because we'd probably get hammered.
One day when
if you do that,
go on the road.
Yeah.
Manny and I have been saying like, we could take this show out on into different places because we're so famous. Of course, people want us to come to the.
Oh yeah, of course.
But
yeah.
But doing things like that, being like
our one listener,
drinks,
Steve,
or bad gas station beer, or really horrible things like Goldschlager.
Gas station like food. Yes.
No, I'm not eating gas station food.
Oh my
God. You wouldn't have gas station sushi? Gas station sushi, apparently, if you go to Hawaii, apparently gas station sushi is awesome.
Well, because the ocean is like right there.
Yeah. Would you do that in the middle of countries like gas station sushi in like Kansas?
No. I got some real good sushi at the Wichita A&P.
I mean, I would just have a Twinkie at that point.
A Twinkie sushi, just wrap the Twinkie in like.
No, it's just like if you're gonna eat something from the gas station, I would look at they have a Twinkie. Every gas station at least has like a Twinkie. Maybe it's like 20 years old, but it's there.
Yeah,
they don't go bad. We did on my show. It was towards the end of 2020 for Weird Al's birthday. We did a whole episode on You Ate the Movie UHF. The Twinkie Wiener sandwich. From the movie UHF. It's a Twinkie with a hot dog and Cheese Whiz on. We all ate them.
Oh, no.
You did. No! Smeal.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
How did you feel after that?
It wasn't bad.
Really? Wait, did you just say it was a Twinkie with the sauce, the cream filling of the Twinkie?
Then you put the hot dog in. Yeah.
Hot dog. Like, you're talking like hot dog. Did you barbecue it or did you boil it?
I cooked it in a pan.
Okay.
I pan-fried the hot dog. It was a ballpark Angus beef hot dog. And then the cheese whiz, the canned cheese.
Cheese whiz. You have to go with the cheese whiz.
Yeah. So it was
if you're going to have a Twinkie, you're not putting any other type of cheese on there.
No, it was canned cheese.
Okay.
And so there were four of us on the show. We all ate them. And my brother had such a long hot dog that he needed 2 Twinkies to hold.
Oh my God.
The animal, can anything stop? The animal.
Oh my God!
Wow.
He was like, I'm double Twinkie in it, baby. I'm double Twinkie.
Wow.
But seriously,
that's an interesting taste.
It's like it was an interesting like that mix of like sweet and savory that
sweet savory in the 80s.
That's got me ball.
Like yeah, but like what I'm saying is like. It wasn't as bad as anywhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like, wow. Is it something I would do on like any random day? Like, absolutely not. But if some other podcast were to come up to me and be like, "Hey, we're talking about the Weird Al movie UHF, and we want to eat Twinkie Wiener sandwiches," I would do it again.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
sounds apocalyptic to me. Like,
And that's a nostalgia test tangent.
oh my god. Oh, so Rupert Holmes. Well, actually, though.
We're still on this song?
The
I thought
Weird
we were
Al.
past
Like,
it.
Sorry.
I thought we just went into something
It doesn't
else.
matter. I saw in that Daniel Radcliffe is going to be possibly playing Weird Al in a Weird Al biopic.
Oh,
And
it's
I
not.
was like,
It's not possibly. It's 100%
It's happening.
happening. Yes, and I have said this on Twitter like countless times, but this is not going to be the movie that we want. This is going to be the movie that we need because Weird Al is heavily involved with it. It is a direct take on there was a Funny or Die sketch, probably like 10 years ago or so called Weird, the Al Yankovic story. And Aaron Paul was Weird Al. And it was like a dark, like gritty, like rock and roll kind of like, it's going to be that. It's not going to be like an actual straight biopic because Weird Al would not do that. This movie is going to be a delicious fever dream, and I am like so ready for it.
Holy nostalgia.
oh my god.
So it's a biopic of him?
It's a mock biopic. It's going to be so great. I'm doing an episode of my show. I've got some of my my buddies coming on. We're doing a bit of a round table to kind of unpack the news about Weird, the Al Yankovic story, and what we know so far and what we hope to see. So be on the lookout for that.
That's
Oh
cool.
my god, I can't wait to hear that because like when I saw that news last night, it came across Twitter for me, and I was like, amazing. I literally was like, I cannot believe that I just saw this before we did this recording.
It's going to be fantastic. It's going to
And
be
Daniel
absolutely.
Radcliffe, that's crazy.
Have you seen him in Guns Akimbo? It was from like 2017 or whatever.
No.
Watch Daniel Radcliffe in the movie Guns Akimbo. It is a chaotic, weird, frantic energy that is what I'm expecting him to bring to the role of Weird Al in this mock biopic. And I cannot disagree with the casting at all. I think
Really?
it's going to be so good.
Wow.
I'm excited to see that.
Me too.
You heard it here first from Lauren Carey. He's got a stamp of approval for the Weird Al biopic and Daniel Radcliffe. But
What's your favorite Weird Al sketch?
Sketch?
Sorry, Dan.
go ahead.
Like, was it like whatever it is? Like, like if you think about him, like, what would
What are
you
you saying,
like
like
to
song? Man,
song?
Or sketch? Okay.
Sorry, song.
Oh, well, I mean, that's a very difficult question to answer for somebody like me. But like, I actually asked literal children that question on my podcast not too long ago. So I'll take it. I'll answer the question. A lot of it depends on the day. But I will tell you that my number one answer for myself is Everything You Know Is Wrong, which is the second track off of 1996's Bad Hair Day, because it starts with a big giant organ chord. The lyrics are ridiculous. It's not a parody of anything. And it has a sick accordion solo in the middle.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Like, I'm a soft fan of his, so like I have to get into it more because I did like anything that I've ever seen him in. I've never hated. So I was like, he's obviously I grew up with listening to like the Eat It and all that stuff, but like that's the mainstream stuff. But I gotta check out what you just said.
You should.
That sounds like I love it.
You can't go wrong. And I mean, and if you want to, message me and like your personal, like regular music tastes, I can curate a Weird Al playlist for you that I think you'd like with stuff that you haven't heard. I'm carrying this.
My music taste goes from like from techno music to rock to punk. It's all over the place. I'm all over the place.
We can do that. We can do that. This is part of my Weird Al evangelism that I'm trying to.
Okay. Try to get everybody.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
And that's a nostalgia test tangent. All right, let's get back to this. Dan, we're going on tangents.
That was the longest.
I think this is gonna be an easy
Lauren,
test because we went. The tangent is necessary for this song because
it was amazing because
I think we all basically said it. These two characters are terrible people, or they're just stupid. Both of them are stupid. Maybe they're just all stupid. They're just airheaded because they literally could have solved this by having a fucking dinner conversation.
No. They had to go. No.
Or playing like Truth or Dare, or like coming up with you get games now that brings up topics like this. Like, what's your favorite thing to do? What do you like that nobody really knows about? Like, I like making love at midnight and getting caught in the rain. Like,
in the dunes on the Cape.
Yeah,
when
like,
someone said in the conversation, I'd be like, that's a real specific. That's
yeah,
really
but I'm just saying,
right?
like, there's so many things now that are out there that you could literally. This is like an icebreaker. This is not anything so deep. This is not like I'm really into feet and ketchup on the feet. Like some crazy shit. Like
That's got me ball.
This is just regular stuff. Like if you like ketchup
some
on
ketchup
feet.
on my feet.
Oh my god.
This is some simple shit.
Yoga,
But
I am a huge creep.
I was gonna say, and I like to fuck sheep, but okay.
Yeah.
I like girls that wear Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah, like that shit would have been crazy.
Man, that might be a
But
new
like
drop.
you're talking about regular stuff. This is
regular stuff. Pina coladas, getting caught in the rain. First of all, I don't want to get caught in the rain. I hate the fucking
First of all, this is what I was asking about. The caught in the rain doesn't. Every time I was listening to it, I was like, getting caught in the rain, do they like to make out in the rain? They're just talking about getting caught in the rain because, like,
Getting caught in it.
it's just like, it just wants to be caught in the rain.
It's supposed to rain today. Leave the umbrellas. We're going.
I'm getting soaked, bitches.
Yeah.
I have to go get her wipe. Yeah. I'm like, none of that sounds great. Like, warm rain? Is it freezing cold rain? Is it raining sideways? What's happening?
Plus, where are you? I see them that they're in New York. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like they're in New York. I don't know.
A warm summer rain, cool. If you're making love in the rain, I don't know. The friction of the rain never works out really well. You get annoyed after a while.
Do you know where they are?
They got to be in New England because in the dunes on the Cape.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yes.
God.
And
Got it.
O'Malley.
They're in P-Town.
Boston is full of Irish shit.
Okay. All right. So they're talking about they want to go on vacation on the Cape. Okay, got it. But
So it's
where are
like
they getting
never
caught in the
sunny.
rain?
Like, where are they drinking pina coladas? Like,
On the Cape.
And cheers.
Everything, basically, she needs a house on the Cape. They're going to get caught in the rain. They're going to have some pina coladas. They're going to eat junk food at midnight. It's going to be great. But they could have solved this, play spin the bottle each other. I don't know. This was a simple thing to solve in a marriage couple thing. Instead, they wanted to cheat on each other, and then they were okay with it. They laughed about it. I don't know if I'd be actually happy about it, but it's okay.
no, and I wouldn't sing the same 3 verses at the end of the song.
Mm-hmm.
But
all right, let's put it to the test.
I'm
here.
ready. Yeah, I'm. You know what, Lauren? Why don't you go first? Like, does it pass? Is this still a good song to you? Is it just nostalgic, or is this just after re-listening, just like a trash fire?
Oh my God. See, I am having a really hard time. Okay. I know I have to give you an answer, but here's the thing. It's not really I don't like it because of nostalgia. I like it because it's got a really good chorus, but the song is not good. But I'm going to say nostalgia simply because it is such a part of like the cultural zeitgeist, because I can't think pina coladas without thinking about this song. Like it's really bored its way into, like our cultural mindset that it does have that going for it. So I think we all have kind of collective nostalgia for this song, whether we like it or not.
Now, but when we say like, does it pass? Like, do you still rock it today?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think. Yeah, it came on like one of my Spotify, because I like yacht rock. Okay. So like I'll be jamming out to like Michael McDonald and then Hall & Oates, and then the Piña Colada Song will come on, and like I won't skip it.
Yeah. I have to agree with you. I was gonna say that this doesn't pass the test, but I do agree that it's nostalgic. But then I'm thinking like, do I ever shut it off? And I don't. Like I let it play, so. There's been songs that we've done and we've tested that I'm like, there's no freaking way I'm playing this song. But like, I'm not looking for this song. But like, if I'm listening yacht rock, this comes on, I'm not skipping it. I'm like, I'm hanging out with it. So does it pass then? Because it's being rocked today. So, Dan, in that case, it passes.
Oh, this
is crazy. This is crazy. It's a terrible song.
Nuts.
It's a terrible
like
song.
the hook.
And I hope Steve's listening to this, and I don't want to hear his bullshit of being like, people requested. Of course it's good, because we had a whole argument about that with the 90s pop hits, that people request songs for him to play.
Yeah.
It's good. That doesn't mean anything. I'm going to say that it's bordering on bad for me, but I'm going to say it's nostalgic. I don't want to hear it. If it comes on, I'm going to listen to it ironically and then hopefully try to avoid it afterwards. But yeah, for me, it's just nostalgic. It doesn't pass.
I can tell you that this summer I will be blending a drink and that song's coming on.
Dude,
Heck yeah.
Well, put that on TikTok then.
Oh, I will. I'm doing it. I have to. It just, I don't care. The rest, they're terrible people though. Either way, it's still a good. I'm still singing in my head right now. Like,
I've been singing
doesn't
it all
even matter
day.
what I'm saying. Yeah. So.
No, well, that's it, everybody. You heard it here. Two people are voting that it's, passes, and I'm saying it's still nostalgic. But this conversation was amazing.
All over the place.
Yeah,
It's really about. It was really about Weird Al.
In this podcast, I'm literally just putting drops.
Has Weird Al done like a parody to this song?
No.
Mm.
No.
Oh man,
well,
he could have gone with Ketchup Feet, like whoop.
Ketchup Feet. Well, this song came out before he was, this was, if Weird Al was doing his thing in, more popularly in the late 70s,
Yeah,
1980, he might have.
So he doesn't mess with like past songs. He only messes with what's the zeitgeist at that time.
No, he will mess with past songs because he did a parody of American Pie in 1999. He did a parody of Piano Man in 2003. He did Yoda, which was Lola, but that came out in 1985 for him. So Lola had been around for over a decade at that point. So he will dip into the well of things in the past, but it has to make sense. And it can't just be like a cheap joke like this song probably would have been. So I understand why he didn't do it. You know what I mean?
Wow. Lauren, thank you so much for being on. This was so fun. We need to do this again because this was so amazing. Tell people again where they can find your podcast, where they can find you guys, and
yeah, for sure. So once again, my podcast is the Beard Al Podcast. We talk about beer and Weird Al, and it's usually me and my brother, but every other week I have a very special guest on to talk about Weird Al stuff with me. And you can find us at beardalpodcast.com, at Beard Al Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And I'm fun on there, I promise.
Just a quick thing. So I know, Dan, we got to go, but so it's a podcast that reviews beer as well with you tie it in somehow. Yeah.
On our regular episodes where it's me and my brother, we talk about one Weird Al song at a time, and we pair a craft beer with the Weird Al song. Like one might pair a wine with a meal.
Really? So you somehow tie in whatever that craft beer is with the song?
Yes.
It's awesome.
Great.
It's really
I got to send you some beer.
Yes, you do.
Oh,
I will
there
have
we
it.
go. We're getting some addresses. We're sending some beer.
Heck
there
yeah.
you go.
Yay,
Okay.
beer.
Cool.
Wow, everyone, thank you so much for listening. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Escape, the Piña Colada Song by Rupert Holmes. Tell us what you think. Does it pass? Does it not pass? Is this a bad song? What would you pair with this? Are you drinking pina coladas now? Or do you want a pina colada after listening to this? Put that
I want
in
to
the
get caught in the
comments.
rain after listening to
You
it.
want to get caught in the rain?
I want to make love in the dunes on the Cape.
The dunes of the Cape. No, that sounds really dangerous.
You get arrested doing that.
You would, though.
But everyone,
All right.
thank you so much. Follow
Thank you,
us
guys.
on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and TikTok at the Nostalgia Test, on Twitter at Nostalgia Test, and leave us a review. We love when people leave us a review or a rating on Spotify. But everyone, we'll see you soon. Thank you so much for listening. Peace.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. Please subscribe to the Nostalgia Test podcast to know when new episodes drop. Don't forget to leave us 5 stars and a positive review so more people can find the podcast. Share your thoughts and memories on today's topic on our Twitter at Nostalgia Test and on Instagram at The Nostalgia Test. Tune in next time because you never know what pop culture will pop up on The Nostalgia Test.